One, go.
What's up, bait pushers? Today we are going to cover your favorite Rutherford B Hayes and what little there remains of James Garfield. So I'm going to try to get this done in just about 3 minutes, so bear with me here. The first thing you need to know about Rutherford B Hayes is the Compromise of 1877. The big takeaway message is Reconstruction is over and blacks are going to be on their own. So there is a compromise that happens because technically James Tilden wins. He's a Democrat. But the Republicans aren't too happy about that, and they say there's some voter fraud in the South, there's some voter fraud. And so they have a special commission that eventually gets set up after a couple of recounts of the votes. And guess what? There's 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats on the commission, and then the Supreme Court gets invited to this commission, and there's one more Chief Justice that is a Republican than a Democrat. So bottom line, the guy that should have won the presidency, Tilden, does not, the Democrat. And Rutherford B Hayes wins, a Republican. And to compromise so you avoid another civil war, Rutherford B Hayes says, look, I'll get the troops out of the South. Reconstruction is over. Big takeaway though, Compromise of 1877. Reconstruction is over, baby. All right, Great Railroad Strike. The big thing that you need to know is that all throughout the United States, there was the Panic of 1873, and it's still not good in America in terms of the economy. And so these railroads start cutting wages and people start protesting, and it's the Gilded Age. So the big takeaway that's going to happen is that they're not going to win. These strikers are not going to win. The National Guard is called in. It's pretty bad. All right? Munn versus Illinois is a temporary fix for these farmers. They're being ripped off by the railroads, and so Munn versus Illinois says that states can, for the time being, states can regulate the railroads. That's going to change when you get to Wabash versus Illinois. Battle of Big Hole. The Nez Perce Native Americans under Chief Joseph are going to have their lands taken in Idaho and Oregon. They're going to go to Montana. They're going to be captured by the American Army. There's a Battle of Big Hole, which is what it's called. And long story short, the Nez Perce, the Nez Perce, however you want to say it, both are technically correct, are going to be put onto reservations, and Chief Joseph will give his "I will fight no more forever" speech, which basically one of the most powerful Native American tribes before white contact is now put on reservations. So it shows that Native American resistance is just about over with. Last thing we've got over here for Rutherford B Hayes is civil service reform, and all these things are Republicans. All right, a mugwump, a stalwart, and a half-breed. And it's what do you do about the civil service, the government jobs, the spoil system. So mugwumps want things to want things to change. Stalwarts want things to stay the same. They want the spoil system, and half-breeds are politicians that just can't make up their damn mind. They're like, I want some change, but I don't know how much change. And then over here for James Garfield, he's going to promise to do some civil service reform. Of course, it's an era of the spoil system, but before he can, 6 months into his presidency, he is going to be, or 4 months into his presidency, he's going to be shot, and 6 months into his presidency, he will finally die. And that's all you need to know for Rutherford B Hayes and for our dear friend James Garfield. Have a good day.